So there are 4 ways to capture 360 photos using Glow 3D. You can take photos using Motorized Turntable, Non-Motorized Turntable, such as Lazy Susan's, no turntable at all. And in the no turntable at all, for a smaller object, you could turn the object and have your camera be fixed, or you can move around the object for larger sculptures, city monuments, or heavy items that you cannot really move them or put them over a turntable. The first option would be Motorized Turntable. First, you measure how long it will take for your motorized turntable to have a complete 360 turn. We have a full video explaining how you can measure that, but it is simply marking it from one point, and when it comes back and goes make a complete turn, then you can see how long it will took to make the complete turn, and that would give you the number. For example, for this sample you're looking at is 27.5, but yours could be a different number. Then you decide how smooth your movement would be. You can choose any number between 24 and 48. For a complete 360 turns, we typically recommend a higher number, the smoother it would be. And 30 frame is what comes in our free account. Anything above 30, 48 is on our paid account. So in this case, we are using 30 just to show you how the process works. Once you finish the setup, all you have to do is set up your screen and press a push button to start capturing. Once the capture is complete, you can look at it from different angles. You could share it to social platforms, or you could embed it to your website. We have a complete video explaining this. You could also edit it, add information about it, and we have again a separate tutorial explaining this as well. The second way or option of capturing is using non-motorized turntable. In this option, you decide how many frames you would like to capture. For smaller items, 30 is a good number. If you have a larger item or you want a smoother transition, then you would use a higher number, 48, which is in our paid account. For now, we're going to use 30 for this instructions. Whatever number you choose, in this case 30, you divide your turntable, your manual or non-motorized turntable, into 30 notches or 30 segments. And typically we recommend to leave about 1.5 seconds. This is completely optional. If it is a larger item, if you would like to be more accurate and give yourself more time, then 2 seconds or 3 seconds would be good. But for this case, let's say we use 1.5 seconds. So we say 30 frames times 1.5, that gives us 45. So we choose 45. That means as you start capturing, every time that you hear the voice of a shutter, you move it to the next notch or to the next segment, and that gives you 1.5 seconds to do it. If you need more time, obviously you increase the 45 seconds to whatever number you would need to get comfortable in your capture. And once the capture is complete and you covered all the notches or all the segments, then you will have your complete model. You could decide to edit it, you could decide to share it to the social platform or embed it to your website. The next way of or option of capturing is using no motorized turntable. In this option, and we have a complete video for it, you still choose turntable and you still have your number of frame, whatever you would like to have, let's say 30. And you would like, let's say you need 1.5 seconds every time to move it. But instead of using a turntable to move it, you simply move it by hand. So once you push a button, you have every time that you hear a shutter, you turn your object slightly and then it captures the next. It is very important to use tripod for all of these processes to hold your phones. And if you don't have a tripod at home, we are showing in one of our videos how to capture 360 photo using just a paper cup as a phone holder, because that will prevent your hand from shaking and it will give you a smoother and a better transition moving forward. You could simply use a cup, cut it in a W shape, and then you can put your phone to capture. Once you set that up, you start moving it slightly every time until you get a complete 100% of the capture. Once that process is complete, then you get to look at your item and you can share it to social platforms, you can embed it to your website, or you can edit. Again, we have another video complete covering that. The last way option is for large items, heavy sculptures or city monuments, where obviously you can't put them on a turntable, so you can go around them. For those, we recommend to use time lapse. It doesn't have to be a complete 360 turn. It could be a wall mount or a wall art that you just want to capture a 90 degree or 180 degree. So you decide based on that how many frames you would need. Obviously, the higher frame you have, the more capture you have to make. The process of capturing will be slower, but at the end you will receive a smoother transition. So you set it up on time lapse, then you decide how many number of frames you would like to choose, and once you have that selected, now you start capturing. Every time you capture, we use a silhouette of the previous capture, so it helps you as you move around the object try to keep it on overlapping each other and be as accurate as possible. If you need to see more opacity, you can play it by moving the item on the left up and down, which increases the opacity of the previous image. And if you're not happy with your last capture, you could retake it, and if you're not happy with the whole capture, you could restart the process. Once the whole capture process is complete and you have been around the object, then you get a chance to look at it from a different angle, share it, or edit it. And we have a complete video explaining that as well, which you can look at, and you're seeing part of that in this summary tutorial of capturing. Thank you again for watching us, and for more tutorials and more complete videos for each of these options for capturing, please visit our YouTube channel, our tutorial sections. Thank you.